Our offensive is going really great, and we are giving the Soviets a very hard time, fighting them and destroying them wherever we meet them. But the enemies are threatening our rear areas, our supply lines, and our lines of communication. There are reports of a Soviet force west of Kharkov. Our troops are moving in to investigate. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of our raging Bridgehead campaign in Graviteam Tactics Mius-Front. Last time we have advanced to the final turn, and I have already taken the liberty to give some orders to my units so that we can simply go right now. However, I have bad news. I don't think we will be able to achieve a complete map wipe in this campaign. I think we will be able to decimate this pocket down here. We will be able to crush this pocket, but I don't think we'll be able to get at these guys. We will be able to take out these guys, and I don't think we will be able to take out these guys here. My units are just too far away to stage and attack during only one turn, so yeah, well, let's see what happens. Well, maybe. Okay. So yes, exactly as I thought. This enemy position here, we won't be able to get at them. This battle unfortunately does not encompass this area. So this is not going to happen. Oh. Very unfortunate. But right now we will have a nice little battle here. I have Panzer Grenadiers, not too many, and all of them are at this point pretty beaten up. Especially this unit here, they are basically useless at this point. But the enemy has some machine guns, and the command unit of the Leningrad Tank Commander School. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if we can take them out. We are ready to start a battle. It is of course raining, but that won't deter us. We are going. And while the first units are starting to move, I will quickly walk you through my plans. So this unit here, they are splitting up a little bit. A machine gun unit, well basically the whole machine gun company here, they will move to the other side of the river and they will establish themselves in this forest, overlooking the farmstead here, so they can provide fire support on this flank and hopefully prevent an enemy retreat into this forest. They will be supported by infantry that will move across as well. Yeah, they are starting to move, that's good. Over here I have troops in position, standing by. They will later on push into this forest here and then go for the farmstead. And all the way back here, very soon, or well basically already now, units will start to move towards this position up here, this little bit of forest, where they will establish their positions and assault the farmstead later on. So this farmstead here is one of our main objectives in this battle. The Panzer Grenadiers that are over here will also move up the road towards this farmstead. So capturing this is the #1 priority, then we will expand the attack to the other farmstead and the house back here. Now some artillery will be raining down on this forest and, well, later on somewhere near this farmstead. Actually the accuracy was not very great, so the rounds will land anywhere but here, but I hope that they will still be useful. For now let's speed up time and let's see what happens as my units are moving into their positions. This is looking good. Okay. Didn't I tell you guys to move to the other side of the river? You know what? I think I did. So what you're doing right now is not good. Okay, let's halt that. Something is going wrong here. just the infantry without the half-tracks, please. Please move to here. And then afterwards, you will make a covered move to here, then to here. And then I want you to go here, and then ultimately you are supposed to go up there. Let's see if they do what I'm telling them. They are not supposed to move into this area where the artillery will hit. That would be stupid. Their half-tracks, they cannot move across the river here. There's no crossing. So they will stay here, at least that's the plan. I wanted to move the infantry only so that these machine guns are not completely on their own. But maybe this won't work. Let's check on our infantry. Okay, you have arrived at your destination point. Standing by for a river crossing, I hope. Oh, come on. Give me a nice group picture here. They're being a bit derpy, but it's okay. Still, it looks as if those guys are doing what is expected of them. Did I hear machine gun fire, or was that my imagination? Doesn't look like it. Okay, the guys are finally doing what I told them to in the first place. Crossing this little... well, it's not a little river, but it's very narrow at this point, so they can make a crossing here. Look at them go. Let's have a quick look at our little half-track formation over here. I hope they don't get bogged down in this weather. It could get pretty muddy. But so far they seem to be fine. Yeah, look at those tracks now churning up the mud. That's a nice effect. And more of them are coming. Okay, I expect the farmstead to be occupied, so it's good that they are not driving closer. They are now coming off the road. And they will arrive at their pre-planned positions, where they will prepare to meet the enemy. Machine gun unit, they are in the forest. They have not been spotted while doing that. And I think they will be able to get in positions on the edge of the forest here. They might actually be the first ones to initiate contact with the enemy. This infantry here... yeah, you're doing well. The artillery keeps pounding this forest. I hope that there are enemies in here. Otherwise, this is a wasted effort. But I hope that I am doing some damage with this. It will take some time until the strikes are completed though, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But we can always speed up the time. And that's exactly what we'll do. We'll speed up the time. Over here. Units are arriving, disembarking, getting into their positions. We can have a look at that. Oh, we initiated contact actually. Contact. Half-track is getting into position. This is good. So we did find some enemies. And we are now starting to shoot at them. So we have this going for us. Nice. The enemies were near the farmstead, apparently trying to move through the swamp here. If we look at this. Interesting. Maybe they are trying to use this vegetation here as concealment, and I suspect there's a little ditch here that they might try to use as cover. Well, they won't have a good time, I can tell you that much, now that the half-tracks are arriving. The half-tracks will make short work of them. But apparently the enemy is staying hidden, so they are not... I don't see any incoming fire, that's the thing. I just see outgoing for my forces, but I don't see the enemy shooting back. Which is a pretty good sign if you ask me. They are not even shooting at this truck that is arriving here and this location. They're also not shooting at the other half-tracks that are driving with their lights blazing. Well, they're turning them off now. Let's watch this. This is the advantage of the half-tracks. Look at their mobility. Even in this terrible weather, with a ground that's getting softer, they're able to be pretty mobile still and to deliver their forces from A to B in a pretty short time. That's worth a lot. That's really worth a lot. When you can keep your forces mobile, you can deploy infantry from one side of the battlefield to the other at short notice. That is really worth a lot. It can be a great advantage. Okay, everybody's arriving here, apart from this guy. Now what, I don't want to leave you all the way over there, so... Yeah, are you able to use this little road here to maybe just get into these trees? That would be awesome. Yeah, we can keep this firefight going. There's 2 more artillery strikes scheduled to come down here into this area. Then we will be able to kick things off with our assault. Over here the infantry, they are moving as ordered, which is good. The machine guns, they did arrive over here, but they are not in a position that I like, so we will have to get them moving a little bit. You go over there, and you can go over there. Your commander, you can follow to that position. This infantry has advanced here. That's good. So I have an artillery strike coming down onto the house, in theory. In practice, I think this is the artillery strike that's landing all the way over there in the forest, so there's no danger to the house. So I might be able to move up forces towards it. However, this farmstead is... Let's look at the sidelines. There's a little hill here that I might be able to use to keep my units hidden from the farmstead until they are at the house. So that's what we'll do. That's actually a pretty good idea. Heavy artillery landing. Okay. We see enemy units over there. You guys. I want you to... Yeah, I wanted you to move over here, but now I'm rethinking this decision. Oh, damn it. Okay, so this artillery strike is a lot closer to the units than I thought. Damn. This is the edge of the map. There's actually a position here. Is that an abandoned position from an earlier battle, or is that fresh? Do we have enemies sitting all the way over here? I hope not. I don't think we do. But before I commit to this movement, let me observe the artillery. Nah, you know what? We won't wait around longer than this, so you guys, you will start a movement, double line. Go to here. Then go to here. Then go to here. Then you will go like this. And then you will rush the house. Okay, let's see if this plan works. By the way, the machine gun unit leaders, let's get them closer to the machine guns. This unit is advancing up to the fording here. Nice. This infantry should advance closer to the trees as well. So let's select them and let's have them move all the way to the edge of the forest here. Not run, just move. Okay. Is the mortar strike finished? Yes, it is. I think it might be time to call another one. Maybe I see enemy units here, so let's call it onto them. Let's see if that does something useful. The enemy might be trying to retreat away from this position towards the farmstead. And once I've figured out where exactly the artillery is landing right now, I might move some of these forces closer to the farmstead. Well, this is not without danger for these guys. We'll see. I hope they make it alive and don't get hit by a stray artillery shell. Okay, the mortar strike will now start to land over here. This forest is still being shelled, so I'm not moving into that. Let's observe the mortar fire. Look at this guy. He's trying to get away. Man, I have bad news for you. Like, really bad news. Okay, I might be able to start some of these units towards the farmstead. Maybe have them move through the swamp here, while their machine guns and half-tracks are providing cover fire. Doesn't sound like a bad plan, to be honest. Okay, let's see. You. Why can I? Oh, okay. Only 2 guys inside the half-tracks, so I have... What, I have 6 guys that I can send? Are you serious? Seems that way. Everything else is machine guns and half-tracks. That's not a lot. But okay, we have 6 guys, so we will send 6 guys. You will recon then, I guess. Yeah, I guess you will do a covert move to here. Okay, the mortars are landing in a nice spot. I hope they convince the enemy that this is not a good place to be. And they will pull back. This infantry has advanced to here, so I think it might be time to start advancing some of our forces up this road. Although I'm hesitating because of this artillery fire mission here. It is still hitting this forest very hard, and those are some really big shells. They're making really big booms, and if my units are near that, they might be really hurt. So let's maybe stand back for a little bit longer. Let's increase the time compression and see what develops. These guys are still trying to move. I might call another mortar fire strike onto the farmstead itself maybe, or onto this area in the back. Yeah, this works. Let's have it rain some more shells. Also the machine guns on the hill have spotted somebody and are engaging. Good. That's good. Enemy contact. Yeah, over here. Enemies running. Man, you have issues. You just don't know it yet. How much longer is this strike here going to take? Cannot see which one of those strikes it is. It's a shame. Oh, it's this one, okay. 20 rounds, so half the mission has been completed. Then I guess they will fire another mission towards the farmstead. Where that will land, I don't know, because the accuracy was very bad. I might have to wait for this to start so that I know where the shells are landing before I start to move in. Okay, in that case, let's increase time compression and see what we can do. Machine guns are engaging single enemy units over here. The mortar fire is starting to rain down onto them. Nice. That's very nice. That will suppress them. And I think I will call down one mortar strike onto the farmstead itself. Maybe like so. 270, that's not good. Accuracy 290, it's getting worse. 310, 260. Oh, that's actually good. Call it in. These 6 guys moved a little bit closer into the swamp. Enemy contact has been made at the house over here. Okay, we have a fight. We have a fight. These units are starting to fight. It looks like there was one enemy and he has been killed. But an enemy won't be alone, so they have more guys. I'm sure that they have more guys somewhere nearby. And there we go. I think the infantry is initiating their assault move onto the house. Yeah, they're assaulting the house now. Yeah, and somebody's shooting at them. Somebody with a pistol. And I have a wounded machine gunner here. Well, at least one. We are returning fire now. The enemy is in the bushes behind the house. But I think it's safe to say that we have this under control. There's at least one enemy still alive. Get some cover inside the houses, please. Seek cover before you are fired at from the farmstead. I want to avoid that. As I said, if possible, I want to avoid casualties, and so far I am succeeding. Okay, everybody's getting inside the houses. The machine gun might have picked up this guy. If the machine gun has... Never mind. But he's not the last one, I heard more. So we have some enemies between house and farmstead. Interesting. The enemy has already offered a ceasefire, so their numbers must be low. This strike here on the forest has almost completed, so we will be able to start moving in 2 or 3 minutes once this second strike has started and I see where the shells are landing. I will move the half-tracks up to this position where they will hopefully be able to provide covering fire so that I can start to move the infantry across into this forest. So let's do that. First half-track. Move to here. Second half-track. You will move to here. And third half-track. Move to there. Your leader, he can actually move to here. Right, I did not give orders to the infantry, right? The infantry can stay. These guys, your time to move. Okay. This is the largest infantry formation that I have, so I have to make use of them, absolutely. I want you guys to start to move into this forest over here. That's good. Actually, move in a column formation to there. These guys, I want you all to get in position on the edge of the forest over here, aiming towards the farmstead. Good job. Your leader, I don't know why he was not selected right now, he will follow. This guy's moving. Your leader over here, he can start to move as well. Okay. So far so good. Infantry movement at the farm. I don't know what kind of unit this is, but they seem to be scattered around the farmstead in these bushes, hedgerows. But they are now drawing the attention of my machine guns. And pretty soon they will draw the attention of these half-tracks. And well, that won't be healthy for them. Not at all. Don't be shy, feel free to fire at them. Let's wait for the mortar strike. That heavy artillery is still hitting out there in the open field. 11 rounds to go. The scheduled artillery has not been great. Apparently there was nothing in this forest, or at least I don't see any dead guys. So shelling this forest to crap did absolutely nothing. Okay, the mortar strike is beginning. As I said, I hope that the observer is able to provide some better coordinates for the artillery as soon as possible. Let's have a quick look. I wish you would be able to zero in on a position during the battle. That would have been super useful right now. I could have used him to zero in on the farmstead, and then this strike wouldn't have to be corrected again. And of course, since the shell landed so far away, he did not actually get to see it. But the second one is already on its way. And we will know if he can see the impact or not by looking at him. If he can see the impact and correct the fire, a white triangle will appear above his head. So we'll keep an eye out for that. That sounded suspiciously like it landed close to my own units. Ah, that's a big artillery shell. Where's the next mortar shell? Come on. No. Yes, maybe. Come on. That was an impact, but he did not see it again. That was one of the big shells. Can I move a unit closer to this ditch here? I fear that this would get me into close range contact with the enemy. And that would lead to losses. And as I said, this here is now an exercise in not sustaining any losses if at all possible. It's a nice experiment. Can I do that? Can I pull off a battle without suffering any losses? Adjustment fire failed. The mortar mission was aborted because he did not get to see a single impact. Okay. Maybe I call in a new fire mission and I move him a little bit. Where could I move you to? I could move you to these guys over here. From here you might get eyes on the farm. So run over here. Your commanding units, he can go over there. Let's see if we can get some better accuracy on the farmstead. Not at all. Oh, this is good. Yeah, this is exactly what I want. Okay, call it. That's exactly what I want. That will pin down the enemies nicely and allow me to make some movements here. Now, there was one unit and its half-track. Let's have the half-track move up to its unit, because we will now start to move this unit closer. We will in fact start to move all the units a little bit closer. You, please turn that way. You move up to here. Let's start closing in. You guys, you are in a very weird formation here. I want you on the edge of the forest, prepared to attack. These guys are still holding the house, and I think they will remain there for the moment, because I suspect that we have enemy units down here and the river by now. That mortar strike is looking good. And under the cover of that mortar strike we should be able to make some nice movements. So let's make use of that. We are getting this unit into position, and then it will be able to assault the farmstead immediately after the mortar strike has finished. We might even get a smoke screen down in exactly this position. Oh, that's not such a bad idea. Let's have a smoke screen. Yeah, covering this is a good idea. Let's give me 10 per gun. That will be 40 rounds of smoke. Okay. Over here on the hill we might move one of the machine guns a little bit closer, so that it can provide some better cover, because right now it is behind the hill. So let's have it move up to here, from where it might be able to see the farmsteads. We could do the same with this machine gun. It's also a little bit behind the hill, so let's have it move up to the top of it. Both machine guns are making a move. Machine gun commander, move to there. There are 2 half-tracks that belong to the machine gun unit. I might move them closer as well. Maybe let's have this guy move to here. And the other one to here. This is good. The infantry is in position. Once the smoke screen starts to come down, they will make a move for the farmstead. By the way, here is an idea. We can use the smoke screen maybe to isolate... Ah, no, not at all. He can't see that area over there apparently. Yeah, not at all. It's a shame. Otherwise I would have aimed to drop a smoke screen on this side to give some additional cover to the units, but no, we are not doing that. Okay, the mortar strike on the farmstead buildings so far is pretty good. We can see some enemies moving now. I don't know what their intention is other than being pinned down. But the machine guns are now getting into positions from where they can actually open fire onto that farmstead. So that's a bonus, that's a big bonus. This here, not quite. You have to move closer. Please move closer. Unit commander, let's have him move to the top of the hill so that then he can give some spotting to you guys. Oh, well, that's anticlimactic. The enemy is retreating. Huh. That was not planned. Okay. How many enemies did we face? Did our artillery strikes kill so many, or was there almost nobody there? Anyway, we faced 19 enemies. And I have I have an achievement, excellent tactician. I guess that's because not a single casualty in this battle. That's a first, I think. But we are now able to answer a question that has been debated in the comments a few times already. The wounded. Is this counting the men that were wounded during this battle? Or is it counting the men that were wounded from previous battles and still participated in this one? And now we know it's the second option. There's no way that I had 57 wounded men in this fight. So this is actually counting the men that were wounded before and that finished this fight here in a wounded state. So, I'm happy that we have finally answered this question. It was very important. And now we can move on with our lives. Okay, let's have a quick look. The enemy had 19 men. He suffered 14 casualties. He had 19... I could have just crushed them. Oh, hindsight's terrible. I could have just crushed them. I really could have just walked over them. It was the headquarters unit here with some repair guys. And yeah, that's I could have done this easily, but I'm happy that I took no casualties. I think it's important to achieve that sometimes, and I did now, so I'm happy. Achievements, excellent tactician, finished the battle with no casualties, yes, nice. Got 15 gold medals in a single battle, okay, nicely done. Let's go back to the operation. And here we go, battle group routed, platoon defeated. This enemy is beaten. Now we get to fight another one up here in the north against some enemy sappers. I don't think they will be able to offer too much resistance, and we will be able to eliminate this enemy pocket up here, which is nice. However, now it definitely looks like we won't be able to eliminate this enemy unit over here, whatever it is, I don't even know. So there won't be a map wipe in this campaign. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it's alright. So, let me know in the comments if there's another topic that you find interesting now that we have settled this one with the wounded guys. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Until then, have some great days and goodbye.